Are you a first-time home buyer and you don't know where to start? Buying a home for the first time can be scary and challenging. The process can feel daunting and overwhelming, but it doesn't have to. That's why I put together this little video with some of my first-time homebuyer tips. The ins and outs of how the real estate market works, specifically here in Lake of the Ozarks. They are going to be familiar with the rules and regulations of condos and lakefront homes and anything in between. Now, here's a great tip for first-time home buyers, or really just any buyer. Before you get started, assess your finances. See what is going to make the most sense for you and your needs, and if you have a family, your family's needs. You don't want to buy a home and then something uncontrollable happen. You lose a job, or a family member gets sick, or a car goes down. Just anything that is going to be most of the time outside of your control. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you can no longer afford the home that you just bought. As you start going through this process, one of the things to keep in mind is save for a down payment and your closing costs. Saving for a down payment is going to be helpful when you decide what loan type is going to work best for you. In most cases, buyers pay the closing costs and sellers don't. So make sure that you have positioned yourself with enough savings to maybe contribute to a down payment, unless you are using a loan type that doesn't require one, and for your closing costs. The next step is going to be speaking with a local lender. A local lender is going to know all the ins and outs of how the real estate market works. Specifically here in Lake of the Ozarks, they are going to be familiar with the rules and regulations of condos and lakefront homes and anything in between. The point of speaking with a local lender is to find out how much house you can afford and how much they will approve you for. Your local lender is going to be an expert on the regulations and some of the standards that are set forth in some of the different programs that you might be utilizing to purchase your first home, whether that be an FHA or a USDA, or for our veterans out there, VA loan. Make sure that you're using someone local that is familiar with all the rules and regulations, especially in a market as unique as Lake of the Ozarks. It is important for a first-time home buyer to get that pre-approval letter. And I know sometimes there are instances where some of the listing agents or the sellers themselves require that pre-approval when you're making an offer on a home. So it is important that you have that at the ready. So, you might be in a position where somebody else is looking at the same house that you are, and your offer is accepted because you have that pre-approval. So definitely get with a local lender. If you don't know any, I have plenty of references. You can reach out to me. I'd love to help any way that I can. If you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe so that you will get notified the next time I post a video. Now that we have assessed our finances and we have spoke with the local lender, the next step is get with a local realtor, interview a couple of them, see what their process is for home buyers or first-time home buyers, or whatever the case is, whatever type of buyer you are. Make sure that you are interviewing at least 2 or 3 agents before you make a selection. The reason that we are going to interview a couple different realtors is we want to see what their process looks like, and if that is something that is going to work for you. Not everybody's process is going to work for everyone. So always a good idea. Check with a couple of your local real estate agents and just interview them. Just a quick recap of everything that we went over. So we talked about assessing your finances, saving for a down payment and your closing costs, speaking with a local lender so that you know how much house you can afford, and then finally interviewing a couple realtors. It really is going to help you navigate the buying process if you get on board with somebody that you like their process. If you like the video and you are still looking for more information, if you just look in the description box below, I have links to my buyers and sellers guides. There's links to my website, to my Facebook business page. Like, you'll find it all down there in the description. And if you did like this video, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked about it. And that's it. That's all I got for today. So please do me a favor, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.